week 2 file. We're going to be looking at formulas this week. We're going to have 3 basic exercises. We're going to do basic math formulas, text formulas, and then something called concatenation. I have a helpful hints tab, and this is really just, I'm going to have reminders of this, but it's important to know that when we work in formulas, we're going to be doing, again, like I said, basic math. We're going to need to know the plus sign, the subtraction sign. We're going to be using the asterisk because that is used as the multiplication sign, and then the forward slash is going to be used for division. And also, I would recommend if at any point you need help learning how to Google questions, if you run into any roadblocks, I want you to get used to Googling kind of basic questions around some of these functions. You can always reach out to me, but it's very good. It's a good skill set to kind of get used to sort of escalating any questions to sort of the open source environment and community that's out there online. Okay, in terms of helpful hints, I have them here, so please refer back to them, especially if you're new to Excel. I think the main things that are going to be new, or at least not immediately intuitive, is the asterisk or the forward slash for multiplication and division. Secondly, a formula always has to use the equal sign, okay? So you're going to be doing the equal sign repeatedly in this week's exercises. Real quick, I'm just going to show you. I've got kind of a two-part exercise in this first tab. And what I want you to do is I want you to type the formula in column C, and I want you to type it over in column E. You'll get a little diagnostic saying if it's right or wrong. So let me just give you an example of what I mean. I'm going to do 8, and then times. I'm going to use the asterisk for times. Open parentheses, 7 plus 1. I want to make note, the parentheses and all the ordering of what is called PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. You learned about that in grade school. That matters here. Excel follows the rules of PEMDAS. So I'm going to click enter, and notice Excel didn't do any math for me, and that's because I didn't put in the equal sign. If I put in the equal sign, that tells Excel that I want to do some math, and it's going to now read this formula and compute it for me. And there we go. And you'll see you'll get a diagnostic as solved if you get it right. Second part of this exercise, we're going to be doing, it's a shorter list, but of maybe like 5 or 6 math facts. But what we want to do here is instead of typing in the numbers, I want you to actually use cell references, because cell references are a really powerful way to make your spreadsheets dynamic. So instead of typing the number 8, I'm going to grab the number 8 from cell C43. Then I'm going to do times, open parentheses, and then 7 plus, and then 1. Now I'm saying 7 plus 1, but really what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the 7 from cell C44, and I'm grabbing the 1 from cell C45. I'm going to hit enter, and you see I get the same result as above, but notice how in my formula I don't have any numbers typed. Instead, I've actually referred to these cells. This is a really powerful way to make your spreadsheets dynamic, and I really encourage you guys to kind of take your time with this. This is a skill that's learned. It might feel a little clunky at first, but it's something I would want you to build your skill set towards. Okay, second exercise deals with text formulas. So this is just another area of formulas that Excel can kind of do some of its computational legwork for us. So let me show you a basic one. It's the month formula. I'm going to do equals month, open parentheses, and I'm going to click into cell C8, which is, again, we're going to be using the facts in column C. You're going to be writing in your answers in column F. I'm going to do close parentheses there, and you'll notice that Excel extracts the month number. And that's the month number 3. So please go through these 10 text formulas. I've got the actual formulas that you'll need off to the right. So, the work here isn't for you to guess what you need. The work is to kind of look at the fact, read the challenge, and then read some of the kind of leading sort of indications, meaning I'm kind of telling you what you should end up with. And what I want you to do is just know that these formulas exist and get some practice using them. Again, you should get a solved diagnostic. Okay, the third exercise is probably going to be the most difficult because it's going to be verging into the area of programming, okay? We're still going to be using a formula, but we're going to be also using the ampersand. Now, what I've done is I have laid out some of the logic of what is called concatenation. Concatenation is where we take one or more data points, either text or multiple cells, and we can combine it into one cell. So I'm going to let you guys kind of read through this on your own, and I do want you to take your time to do that, to read through this on your own. But let me come down here, and I'm going to concatenate AC and 101. So take something that's kind of familiar to you guys, which is like the course code, right? So what I want to do is I want to take, just imagine we have a data set where we've got the major sort of, the topical major abbreviation of AC, that's the abbreviation for accountancy, and then we have the course number of 101. Well, imagine that I want to have a cell that combines those two so that I have AC-101. Here's what concatenation will do. Again, I need an equal sign. I'm going to grab cell C41, and then I'm going to do the ampersand sign. The ampersand sign is like glue that sticks two or more data points together. So ampersand, and then I'm going to do open text, or open quotes, and then a dash, closed quotes. I should point out, this is telling Excel that I want to write some text. So Excel will read this as text. I need the ampersand again, and I'm going to glue that text to the 101. So I've got the AC from cell C41 glued to the text of the dash, glued to the 101 from cell D41. Okay, I realize that's a lot to walk through. Take your time with this. What we get at the end is this nice combined little cell, and now I can have both the abbreviation, the two-letter abbreviation, the three-digit code, and then I have the combined, which maybe I want to use this result in cell F41, for maybe student reporting, so that it's so that I can actually say, okay, this is an accountancy major and it's a fundamentals of accounting, which is we can think about something like that. Lots of power we can do with the ampersand and concatenation, okay? What I've given you are 5 basic examples. Take your time with this. I say that this is beginnings of programming because what you're really doing is you really have to pay attention to the details up here. And you have to pay attention to where the ampersand goes. Just trial and error, try it out, and do not skip this section above. Please read this, review it, and kind of try and understand the logic at work. Okay, keep in touch with questions, and I hope this is a fun set of exercises for you to learn. Thanks.